It's possible they can create an upset. I think because they've shown, especially away from home, more resilience, and they're ready to fight as a team to defend the goal, to defend the result. So they could show a good fight, and then going forward, I think they will create opportunity because City defensively is not at its best, I believe, right now. So they could be an upset. They could be sharing points, even if we expect City to be dominating in possession. I think at the end of the game, United could show something positive with sharing the point, or why not getting the 3 points. Yeah, it's one of the strengths, and it's also the way football is evolving, because otherwise you have to. I mean, it's just easier, more space, the better for the players, the quick players, to express themselves and to find, to take advantage of the opposition. So, especially away from home, I don't expect United to be necessarily focusing on sitting deep, but you know that the City's pressure and the way they operate, and going forward, you're going to be under pressure, defending 30, 40 yards away from the goal, and that means there's space if you manage to, and when you manage to recover the ball. Yeah, it looks like he's found his rhythm again before the accident, and he's showing his masterclass. So, yeah, impressed by the way he's adapted quickly to his teammates, because he's 31 now, so he knows himself. But to get to know your teammates, their tendencies, and how they want to receive the ball, the movement, takes a bit of time. But for him, it was pretty quick. A lot of players have benefited from no tournament and a proper preseason. So he's one of them who had time to get ready and to adapt. It will be electric, that's for sure. I think the way the teams are playing right now, the way the managers are approaching the games with a lot of passion, and I think there will be a real battle everywhere on the pitch. And it's hard to predict who's gonna finish on top, because it's gonna be an exciting game, that's for sure. I see it with a lot of goals, maybe a draw, but it's gonna be like a boxing match, you know. If you manage to stop Kane from scoring, I mean, Son's been just scored 3 goals last game, but Kane is still the main one. So Saliba, Gabriel, White with a start at the back for Arsenal, and a big big task ahead, stopping Kane from scoring. And then for Arsenal, for me, I believe that Odegaard is the playmaker, and he has a lot of influence. The captain this year, is for me the one that has most to offer. I know Jesus is highly rated, and believe him also for to be one of the main. But if I have to pick one, probably Odegaard. Yeah, Martin Odegaard. So it was a strange time for the manager, because there was a lot of injuries. So a lot of new, young. I mean, the squad is already young, but there was more young players involved. So a mix of results and performances, collectively, individually. It's been testing 10 days for the squad. And when you lose against Denmark, that you're going to face in a World Cup group stage, I know that two teams will qualify, but still it's not looking good. It doesn't fill you up with a lot of confidence. So maybe it's a good thing. It's a good thing to look at yourself in the mirror before you go into the competition. And certainly it will humble everyone, because that's a risk when you are the winner of the previous tournament. You can be overconfident sometimes. So now it's going to be the opposite. We need to gain more confidence. I think it's to find to establish a starting 11, which has been missing over the last few months. Between the injuries of certain players, I think all of the lines we haven't got an identified starting 11. So that's been problematic. We're not sure who's going to start right back, left back. The only one we know for certain is probably Mbappe, Lloris, Benzema. The rest, there is question mark probably all over the place. Probably, I don't know, maybe Dembele will start, but for the rest, because of the injuries, it's difficult to pick a starting 11. They've got something which is crucial going into the tournaments like this, is team spirit. Of course, they've got quality players playing for some of the top clubs in Europe, but they've got that team spirit. They've got a certain way to approach the competition, and they see themselves as outsiders. In population, it's a small country, and I think it suits them. So they will they should at least get out of the group, and then it could go far. Could go far like they did at the Euro. Maybe the one thing they miss is also a depth on the bench, but with some luck, they could go far. they can ask what they want, but if it's not a FIFA date, I don't believe the managers to sacrifice their players for the benefit of the national team. Maybe in Argentina they could have some influence on the managers, but I'm thinking about Ligue 1. If you ask Lyon or PSG not to play their players, nobody would agree with that. So it's a good thinking, but I don't think it will stand. That's not my belief.